Bayonetta on Town and City. Interesting start.
Town and City, of course, beneficial for both. T.Link tries to kill with his up air, with his throws, and Bayonetta, of course, with the infamous witch twist combos.
Yeah, that's true.
Arguably one of the most of the best tools in this game, witch twist.
Yeah, probably one of the best moves. Maybe the best. Frame 4 has a gigantic hitboxes. Interesting. Yeah. As you can see, that's what I mean. T.Link can cover like a lot of area, a lot of space with his projectiles, and Bayonetta, as a slow character, has a pretty tough time approaching that.
Right.
But it's definitely not impossible. I mean, you play Bayonetta, so anything. Oh, smart. Anything can.
We see that
They took the
Kunai's
stock.
objectile placement is really good.
Yeah. The projectiles he uses are really, really smart. Using the returning boomerang as a pressure tool. Ah, he missed an up smash there, unfortunately.
The projectiles everywhere. SirJon is pushed out really hard.
Yeah. He's a little bit overwhelmed too. I mean, as you can see, Kunai is also really smart when it comes to landing. Like the up air, as you saw, like dealt a lot of shield stun and pushback.
Right.
But Bayonetta, one opening, that's all she needs. Oh, nice. Yeah, the returning boomerang of T.Link is probably the reason why many consider T.Link's boomerang to be better than Link's, and I tend to agree on that area.
Because it has a hitbox?
Yeah. And we saw like the returning boomerang into up smash, no, the back throw. Interestingly enough, T.Link has the third strongest back throw in the game. Ness, followed by Villager and then T.Link. So that gives T.Link mains an incentive to actually grab people. I'm saying that grabbing against T.Link is not the safe option. You can shoot my projectiles, but not my grab. Oh!
What?
Let's go. Really smart. I really like what SirJon tried there. I mean, he realized that Kunai wants to use the returning hitbox of the boomerang, and which timed it. Really smart.
Yeah. It's generally harder for Bayonetta to witch time in this matchup because witch timing projectiles, you have to be close to
the opponent.
The
yeah.
opponent,
It's spacing dependent. I'm not sure how much space you actually need, but it's decent amount of range that you. It's a decent amount of closeness. I mean, you have to be pretty close. Oh, interesting. Nice follow-ups. Yeah. Kunai also really well and good at abusing Bayonetta's lackluster landing options. I mean, that's probably the biggest weakness of Bayonetta, that she has really, really bad landing options. I mean, she can land with a downwards afterburner kick, but that's a bit telegraphed.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, nice conversion. Good DI from Kunai, surviving that. Witch twist into back air combo. Pretty close. But I think that Kunai has a pretty convincing lead.
Yeah. Right.
And I think he figured out SirJon a little bit. But let's see. Ooh, well done. Missed the tag into an F smash. Was it an untackable? I'm not sure.
No, I didn't see the spinning animation.
Yeah, I think it's really tough for play. I mean, if you realize that it's a spinning animation, then you have some fast reactions. Yeah, but that's also like an interesting trait of T.Link. His Zair is pretty good because it has like fixed knockback. Not fixed. It has a lot of base knockback and really low scaling knockback, and it forces like these tech situations really well. So back to Town and City. Interesting choice by SirJon. Maybe he's trying to play like a little defensive. Yeah. I mean, trying to abuse the campiness of Bayonetta. A lot of players say that, well, like it's an argument that Bayonetta is actually one of the strongest camping tools with her bullet arts and her superior hitboxes.
The witch will we see a good conversion? And
yes. Oh, he survived that. Interesting. Yeah. Up air from Bayonetta not having basically it doesn't have a lot of base knockback, but it scales really well. The higher the percentages, the faster you die.
And of course, when you put the opponent right below the
T.Link Kunai getting a little greedy with these grabs. He should be more careful. There's not much that T.Link gets from his throws, so kinda questionable.
I think this is a position that Bayonetta should abuse the lead, because then Kunai has to
approach. Yeah. That's also the aspect where T.Link struggles the most, is probably approaching. But I think that he has some pretty decent approaching tools if he does it right, like with returning boomerang, bomb throws, and to short up fairs. He can pressure an opponent quite well. Yeah, that's what I like. SirJon catching the bombs that he wasn't catching earlier.
The tomahawk from Kunai.
Well done, yeah.
Oh,
close.
The tag.
Yeah.
On point.
Yeah, relying a little bit too much on that returning boomerang. Oh, well done. Oh, he survived that. Yeah. Yeah, that's a strategy that both links use, like having a bomb always in hand when off stage recovering, so that the bomb explosion gives you another chance to recover.
Kunai covering the jump option and punishing SirJon for that.
That's true. I think what Kunai is looking for is either a bomb confirm or a back throw.
Yeah.
Because both of these options will kill.
A little bit more percent, and then the back throw will kill regardless where he stands. Yeah.
I think now it should kill, yeah. Man, I mean, it's the third strongest back throw in the game, so at 150 I think a lot of characters would die there. And we have the skill tilts coming in, but unfortunately for T.Link, Bayonetta falls out. T.Link, Kunai going a lot more close, going to close quarter combat in the last 20 seconds. Maybe trying to get information of SirJon when it comes to defensive options, so that he can punch them later. That's actually what Kunai tends to do a lot when it comes to him as a player. He likes to build up like a game plan and the play style for the opponent to basically adapt to, and then he switches it up. Like he becomes a lot more aggressive in situations where you don't think that he should, but he gathers information that way. Oh, really smart. Yeah. I think if he chose to do an up smash, he probably would have hit Bayonetta. Oh, smart, really well done. And that you can see that the difference between Link and T.Link, like the reliableness of T.Link is way higher. Unfortunate. That's actually interesting. The bomb registers hitbox on frame 1 and then explodes frame 2. In few situations, as the last one, the opponent gets sent off towards you because the bomb explodes behind the opponent, even though it was registered 1 frame earlier.
Oh, almost getting the up air.
Yeah, getting pretty close. That's basically one hit that both players need. I think the next neutral air or up air from Bayonetta will kill. Oh!
And fishing with the back air and getting it.
It was a questionable roll-in from Kunai. He felt pressured, and that's like an instinct from a lot of players that they want center stage, and they tend to roll in because that's the fastest way to gain center stage. Well reacted by SirJon, and good punish.
Adapting really well in this second game, countering Kunai's pressure, Kunai's item game. Yeah.
I think game 3 will be pretty interesting and important in the set. Yeah. I think I'm hearing some projectiles.
So back to the game.
Yeah, you could see that T.Link, he's at lower percent, he's negative on hit with his sword moves. That's a sweet combo. Yeah, really well. Nice conversion from the boomerang. SirJon abusing the returning boomerang a lot more than that he did in...
I think we saw SirJon going for way more witch times than earlier.
He felt a lot more confident going for them. He realized that I'm getting hit like in these situations where I actually could witch time, and he realized that and tries to use that to its fullest. Oh, the returning boomerang cancelling the F throw.
Not getting the right moment where intangibility is active.
Yeah. Juni Nanandeo. The one sentence that Bayonetta says regardless of language. Yeah, I think Kunai has to find his way in. I mean, he is having a huge deficit, and it's interesting combos.
Slowly, SirJon is getting more comfortable in this
matchup.
50-50 situations
Yeah.
where the items are out.
Yeah. And I think that Kunai has stepped up his projectile confirms also. I mean, the last like 10 seconds we saw boomerang to bomb to forward air and to returning boomerang to back air. Spacing himself really well.
Oh, nice snipe. But Bural, did you know that I think 2 days ago Bayonetta 3 was announced at the Game Awards?
At the Game Awards.
So did you play the previous games?
Ooh, that was a really nice conversion. Yeah, I played Bayonetta 1 and 2. I like Bayonetta as a character, I just don't like the playstyle in this game.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people said.
I think she has great beat 'em ups, to be honest. Like one of the best I've played. Now we have like these up tilts into short neutral air full up air conversions.
SirJon a little bit too aggressive, getting punished for that.
I think Kunai is finding his way into the set again. You can see that he's a lot more comfortable using his options. I mean, that's basically what you need as a player, confidence into choosing specific options. I mean, if you get punished for a grab, you should still feel competent to grab again. Unless, of course, you grab in stupid situations, but...
Yeah. You shouldn't exclude that option just because you got
punished once. Yeah, that's true. Oh, well done. Because what makes this, what makes fighting games like so difficult is actually being mix-up heavy. Yeah, that was a well punished back air. Because Kunai tends to roll in a lot. I mean, he abuses rolls a lot as a character. I mean, maybe T.Link's roll is fast, but that's definitely something that a lot of players could punish of Kunai.
But Kunai with a almost 100% lead, so
definitely. I mean,
now he's trying to get him off him again.
I mean, as you can see, like Kunai gets the distance to like these heel slides from SirJon are pretty desperate because it's probably one of the worst approaching tools. It's just because it's so punishable against good players. That move shouldn't be used at all. Again, he's fishing for it, desperate. Oh, the call out! I think this is also a lot of areas where, like, as a character and as a player, you have to be a lot more aware of your options you choose and for what you get punished for. I mean, you get a lot of rewards from a heel slide, but
it's really laggy, like you said before. And we saw it was because of a heel slide.
Yeah, that he basically lost this game and ate about 40%. Not gonna lie.
Accumulated in the whole set, maybe more.
Yeah, true. It's also like a move that you don't see like really good Bayonettas use that often. For example, Salem, I don't see him use that move a lot, unless he is really sure that it will hit. But I think he doesn't use it as much as, for example, Captain Zack, Lima, or Mistake. I think Mistake uses that move a lot. It's like really a lot. Well,
maybe that is the part of his results lately.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe the people have gotten more competent when it comes to punishing Bayonetta. I think and people have to get better against Bayonetta. She's like a really big threat in this meta game. And if you don't know the Bayonetta matchup, you should definitely grind that matchup out. Yeah,
Right.
go into the Discord or anything. That matchup is something that you will see a lot in competitive and in your local play. And again, all of these games were on Town and City. I mean, understandable for both characters. That calm music and this rapid action. Yeah. SirJon was really successful when it comes to fishing for these down tilts, like in this game at least.
Yeah, right.
He's getting them way more. He may have realized that Kunai, ooh, the callouts, like no respect, right? Who F smashes in that situation?
Yeah, he knew that Bayonetta got a little bit of lag because he was flying around.
Yeah, that's true.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's something that I missed. Probably the reason why Kunai is playing right now and not me. Yeah, I think SirJon is really conservative when it comes to his landing options. He, like, as you can see, he fast falls straight to the ground before, like, instead of going for heel slides or downwards angled heel slides. He may have realized that that's probably the best way for him to not eat unnecessary damage, but it makes him predictable. Yeah, great air dodge. T.Link also one of these characters that's really difficult to punish from an air dodge. I mean, he has like a floaty nature and this light. It's really difficult to punish him when he air dodges. Ooh, call out. Yeah. Even as when I say it right, I mean, as good as the air dodge from T.Link is, it's still punishable if you abuse that. Ooh, smart.
So
smacked like from both sides, left, right.
Now it's
even again.
Not converting off the heel slide.
Yeah. Was pretty fortunate for Kunai. Yeah. I think SirJon has realized that that the natural space Kunai likes to have is as huge as her down tilt, so he's really good at realizing these openings. Nice. I think these down tilts that he gets are actually
but not
giving him
only
a lot more.
Not only his down tilts, but also his back airs are really good.
Yeah.
He almost uses them like Cloud would use his back air to space and bait the opponent to get close to him.
Yeah, it's actually pretty lagless, so I can definitely understand that. I mean, he's playing to his character's strengths a lot more, like to his to the really good tools from Bayonetta. Which time? Yeah, really close. Oh, smart. Unfortunate clanking. The roll-in again. No. Yeah, he's really precise with those. I mean, SirJon has, I think he's found his footing in this match.
So,
ooh, well done.
We are in game 5.
In game 5, and the fashion in which SirJon dominated Kunai in this game was pretty staggering, considering that he looked helpless in the first game, and now we're in the 5th game, and he looks a lot more competent in this matchup than he did before.
Yeah.
He got the hang of Kunai's playstyle and how to play against T.Link as well as how to play against Kunai as a player.
The thing that made the difference in game 3, I think, was that Kunai switched his playstyle a lot better. So he went from being aggressive to being campy a lot more efficient than in game 4.
Yeah.
And now we'll see how they both play in the last game for both of them.
Both of them, their last tournament match.
Yeah.
The loser is out.
We're in the losers bracket. Kunai losing to Fire, I think. And do you know against whom SirJon lost?
I'm unsure, actually. But that's also something that I noticed, that Kunai hasn't been up-laddered once in this whole set. And that's something worth noting, because Bayonettas tend to get their kills vertically with the Witch's combos. That was a nice option coverage from Kunai. I think in this matchup you can see what makes T.Link like a really good character.
Rolling
for Glory Boys. Playing Ocarina of Time. Which is, by the way, way better than Wind Waker. Really tough. I mean, the accuracy in of these back airs.
Oh, he's
Death.
Yeah. And taunting. Yeah.
If you want to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mother. I think Kunai has a real big mountain to climb. But that's a mountain that he climbed once against Scythe. He
also against his Bayonetta.
Yeah, he upsetted Scythe game 5 and brought probably one of the best comebacks I've seen from Kunai.
So
Kunai really is a player that gets better if he has
pressure.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
He plays better when he has a stock less than his opponent, because that's the pressure some players need, right? Like they have to force themselves to play safe, or to play efficient, or to play good, no matter what you want to call it.
The tournament life is on the line.
Yeah, both players really want that win. Game 5 sets, these are the best ones. Ooh, well done. The jump cancel back throws, that's something that is really important as T.Link. Because you create space and then punish any approach attempt from your opponent. Ooh. Oh, frame 1 air dodge. The only character in this game that can cheese himself out of these situations. Quite unfortunate, but that's it. That's it. That's it, because after the first witch twist, Kunai had pretty bad DI on SDI on that one, and after that it was guaranteed.
Okay.
You should definitely, it's something that you have to keep an eye out, how the opponent DIs and SDIs out of the